Hey, Love Car Audio, how are you? Toninho here in Stetsom studio. Today I invaded technical team, specialized staff, preparing video of 2436, but I asked for permission. Why? Because I have a release. That is it. You are curious. You saw it in the media. Now we are going to give the details of the Stetson launch, which is the 2448 floating. You who are a pro, you who like to adjust to the smallest details, now we have the 2448 floating. But hey, you are very far away. Come closer here, come closer to me. Now, close to me, we can talk about the differences between the 2448 floating and the regular 2448. Why is it important for you to pay attention? You who already have the 2448 playing there on your sound system, in your project in general, if you'll exchange attention, as it has more features, the size increased a little. Nothing absurd, but it most likely will not fit in that original frame, okay? So please pay attention before making the exchange. Well, here at the entrance we have the input level adjustment. That's it. You are without the oscilloscope, you are without the multimeter, you are without equipment for measuring the input signal. It's a problem. There are two indicator LEDs. They will turn red if the signal is saturated, and here you have a level adjustment where you can attenuate the input signal, avoiding distortions. And this control, guys, it works for both RCA input and FIU input. That is correct. The 2448 floating model has a wired input, which enables you to easily install it in your multimedia system without modifying or altering the originality of your vehicle. So in addition to the ICA connection, does the 2448 float come with a wire input? Is that correct? Another differential, still talking about the technical part, you will notice that the wire connection, both here at the input and at the remote output, is now more robust, a more practical connector with an Allen key, facilitating installation. And here, the GIC connectors, right? What is the GIC? It is the cable isolation guide for a clean installation so that there won't be any stray hairs that can cause a short circuit. So 2448, floating now with the connector in a perfect installation for you. And you will observe that our STX2448 floating currently has the illuminated encoder installed. Why? It will make it easier for you to reach the controls at the party. Are you there? Module panel, is the environment a little dark there? Here, it will make it easier to reach your hands so you can see better. Besides looking more beautiful, right? The blue of Stetson processors, is that correct? And now we will actually understand what this floating thing is. Because STX2448 we already know. We know it's the best processor. We know it's Brazil's darling. We know it's the most used in the market. Wall projects, small wall projects. Well, anyway, all projects have STX2448. If not, there's the brother STX2436 or the 2848. All right, but I spoke and didn't clarify what floating is. So let's pay attention. The Stetson's floating is the possibility for you to transfer the memory of a resource that you won't use to another resource where you need it more. But what do you mean? Let's assume that you don't want the input of the graphic equalizer, but you want to have two more, 3 output parametric equalizers. This is the great sensation of float. You just enter Pro mode and substitute the unused feature, the input equalizer, with the required feature, the output parametric equalizer, in order to customize your settings. Furthermore, you have the subharmonic bass, an essential function for you to fill in the bass, that song which may not be as catchy, but still requires enhancement. But hey, that's what our partner Alexandra Falcone is going to explain to you, because he will provide more details and the technical part for you. However, it is an additional feature. What is another excellent function? The limiter. In the conventional STX2448, we have the RMS limiter. And you asked, Stetson delivered, what was embedded inside the STX2448 floating when it was launched? The peak limiter, that's it. Features of STX2448 floating console. Please remember that you do not need to be scared, as the STX2448 floating operates in two options. It can be used in basic mode, which is similar to the previous STX2448 standard, and now it also has a pro mode. In Pro mode, you will have access to all the new features and functionalities that I mentioned earlier. So don't be scared, you were already used to it. Did you already like the old one? This is the new one, with old features and Pro features, professional features, where you will have more configuration options, okay? So this here was the presentation of the STX2448 Floating. I can guarantee you the unparalleled new sensation of the market, the absolute new darling and the talk of Brazil. This was the STX2448 Floating. I'm Toninho here in the Stetson studio, and you know if it's Stetson, it's unlimited power. Thanks, guys.